It's the month when we are supposed to be wrapped up in festivity and positive vibes, and it feels so good. There's hardly anyone who doesn't like this time of year, including me, although these holidays I'm going to spend alone. Hey my friends, if you're new here, welcome. I'm Anna, and on this channel I talk about everything that is mindful, minimalist and creative. So being alone these holidays is not my choice. The situation is like this and I just have to deal with it. My husband is finally coming here, but it will happen only after holidays. So these festive circumstances are not for the first time in my life, and so far I figured out 7 rules, tips, observations about how to spend holidays alone and still enjoy them. Also, this video can be helpful for you if you're an introvert or feel depleted after huge gatherings, or just have that special form of festive anxiety or melancholy. Do not expect anything. We are all still children in our hearts, waiting for the wonders and miracles to happen, and with all the excitement and beauty of anticipation, the aftermath can be not that enjoyable. The more we wait, the more energy we spend on living in our fantasy instead of embracing the moment. And I realized this truth, or at least began to realize, when I was a teenager and my cousin would always complain to me how much she hated the New Year and her birthday. I'm always waiting for it so much, but then it's just nothing that I've expected or wanted, and it hurts, she would tell me. And it's in our nature to expect perfect gifts, warm words, greetings from someone we love but we haven't seen in years. But it's not in our power to make everything just like we want it to be. And I find it really liberating to embrace what this festive time has to offer at the moment, even if it's just a cup of cocoa and a good book, because it's already a lot. If you don't want to go anywhere because you're feeling down, just don't go. Listen to yourself. I've made this mistake quite a few times in my life when I was told something like, come on, let's go, it will be fun, but then it was an embarrassing disaster. Some people take it like a personal offense when you refuse their invitation to a party, and I have that people pleaser trait in me that often doesn't serve me well at all. That's why I always remind myself that I cannot make everyone love me or be pleased with me. So that's why it's often much better for you to take care of yourself first in order to make everyone else happy after. Create as much mental comfort for yourself as you can in terms of content. For example, I hate watching romantic movies when I'm spending my holidays alone. Yep, I'm human. I'm happy for those who are celebrating with their loved ones, but it's painful for me to watch such movies. In real life, it's fine. I enjoy looking at loving families on their walks, on the skating ring, etc., but not in movies. But I don't know why, I just much more prefer watching thrillers, fantasy movies, some disaster movies and so on, but not the romantic ones, because they kind of take my mind away and remove the temptation of self-pitying. That being said, resist being judgmental or devaluing other people's joy. You are you, and all other people are other people. Sometimes it can feel overwhelming to see others having their wonderful festive experiences that you're currently deprived of or you are not happy with. It can trigger some unpleasant emotions that we often refuse to acknowledge in ourselves. I've been there, I know how it feels, but now I find a lot of comfort thinking that so many people out there are enjoying their happy, loving moments. With all the upsetting things that keep happening now in the world, the more love, the better. Well, but not in the movies, at least for me. If you can cook and like cooking, just go with it, even if it's just for yourself. I've heard a lot of single people say something like, oh, I love cooking, but I hate cooking just for myself. Well, and of course it's understandable because we want our cooking abilities to be appreciated, we want to share and so on, but how about taking care of yourself, treating yourself to something? And after all, you can always take some extra food to your neighbors and treat them. So every time I was spending any big holidays alone, I would cook myself 2 or 3 dishes and serve them nicely and then enjoy some leftovers after. And also it's a very fun and creative activity. Try to avoid alcohol. It took me several years to realize that alcohol doesn't make it easier. It can numb feelings and lend you some feeling of joy, comfort, ease, and even fun, but then it takes everything away with a high interest rate that you have to pay. So I'm not preaching here or anything, I'm just saying from my own experience. As a highly sensitive person, I always resorted to and still sometimes resort to having a drink or 2 or more just to feel less stressed or anxious. But it never pays off well, if to think. Instead, I enjoy making tea blends with what I have, such as this recent favorite of mine, like loose leaf green tea, pine nuts, mint, and cloves. It feels so good. Take a walk early in the morning after the holiday. I don't know whether it's a thing anywhere else in the world, but here in Russia, the first day of the year, January the 1st, is the quietest day. It feels like time has stopped or like the world has entered a new reality, but no one noticed that. It's also sort of a borderline that you've passed and now are facing a new stage of your life. If you don't feel like walking, just go outside or simply open the window to breathe in fresh air and to allow yourself leave all the past with its worries behind. Thank you so much for watching the video till the end. Let me know down in the comments whether anything that I've just said resonated with you, whether you're staying alone these holidays or not, and how you're feeling about it. I'm super excited to know. And I will see you in the next video. You have a lovely day and пока-пока.